Only on two, Minnesota Representative Ilhan Omar is expected to face a ruling on two complaints from her time as a state representative. James Rosen has more from Washington.
Congresswoman Omar, can I get a question in, please?
No.
Freshman House Democrat Ilhan Omar of Minnesota brushed off questions about allegations she improperly spent campaign funds for personal use during her tenure as a state lawmaker. Sinclair has learned exclusively that the Minnesota Campaign Finance Board, which has never publicly confirmed it is investigating Omar, has completed its review of two complaints and will soon rule on them.
Assalamu alaikum.
Omar won election to the House with nearly 80% of the vote against Republican Jennifer Zelensky. In February, Omar apologized for statements about Israel widely condemned as anti-Semitic.
I had observed a long pattern of...
Republican State Representative Steve Drazkowski filed two complaints against Omar with the State Campaign Finance Board in 2018, alleging she spent nearly $6,000 in campaign funds on her divorce attorney and flights to Boston and Estonia. Earlier, then State Representative Omar repaid $2,500 she had improperly accepted as honoraria for speaking events at state-funded colleges.
She's repeatedly trampled on the laws of the state in a variety of areas and gotten by with it.
Drazkowski claims Omar, a Muslim immigrant from Somalia, deflects tough questions by ascribing racism to her critics.
There's a political fear that people have of being called a name, being called a bigot, being called racist, being called Islamophobic.
During a radio debate with Zelensky last October, Omar indeed called Drazkowski a bigot, even as she hesitated to deny the campaign finance allegations outright.
Did you use any funds, campaign funds, improperly for any travel that wasn't directly related to your campaign?
If there was an improper action, I would not have used it.
Following its standard practice, the Minnesota Campaign Finance Board declined to comment for this story. After our Capitol Steps stakeout, an aide to Omar suggested we try to schedule an interview instead. When we did that, the office failed to respond. On Capitol Hill, James Rosen.